Welcome to Beyond Death, where we examine near-death experiences of people who say they have died, visited the afterlife, and returned. Before we begin today's NDE, I want to give a shout-out to the channel's newest supporters. Thank you Carla, Kristen Carney, and Jonathan Tarr for the super thanks. Now, today's NDE comes to us from Kim B., who describes dying due to a mixture of medication and alcohol and spending time with her grandfather on the other side. Let's get into it. My grandfather was very important to myself, my two brothers, two closest cousins. Our fathers were not in the picture, and for a few years as children we all lived in the same house together with our grandparents. I still say those few years were the best childhood memories I have. The other parts of childhood were chaos and moving all the time. On November 3, 2004, my grandfather's long battle with cancer took him out of his misery. That day I will forever remember. He had asked for me before passing. Because of his state, I couldn't bear to see my hero, the best man that I'd ever known, like how he was, so I didn't see him. I would carry regret with me for many, many years to come after that. I felt him and smelled him numerous times. Once was in my car when I was going through my messy divorce/child custody. I was drained emotionally and pulled my car over to cry. I felt a calm around me. Then I smelled his cologne he always wore, followed by a gentle breeze. The auto windows were completely up. I've seen his name on an envelope out of the blue when I was missing him a lot. These are just two examples, as there are many more. I battled my ex-husband for over 6 years in court. It was financially, emotionally, and physically draining beyond words. I was a single mother working full-time with 3 children and paying for all my bills. My doctor gave me some prescriptions to help my state of mind at the time. Over time, I got dependent on the drug. Many times I would want to overdose just to stop the misery of what had been 6 years of hell. On October 10, 2013, I had hit my breaking point. My landlords hadn't been paying their mortgage and the house was foreclosing. I could not find any other place that I could afford. I was broken. The stresses and heartaches over the years finally took a toll. I was drinking and slumped down the cabinets I was leaning against. I put my face in my hands, feeling utterly helpless. I wasn't thinking of how my children would react if something happened to me. I was drowning in sorrow. Somewhere while I was feeling this way, I texted my coworker. I have zero memory of this, and when I checked my phone days later,